Want to change a Cherokee XJ blower motor without dumping your AC? I'll show you how to do it. Let's go. Oops, hit the camera. First of all, see what all we got to get out of the way. The wiring harness up there, we got to snap that out of the way. This right here should pull up off that bracket. And unsnap this. Set that over here out of the way. Let's see. Pressure switch. Move that over here. Okay, we got a vacuum line that's not too much in the way because we're going to rotate. What I'm going to attempt to do is loosen up the bolts for the dryer and take it out of its frame down here, which I'll show you guys that here in a minute, so I can rotate it back out of the way without breaking the pressure lines loose. Now way down here, right there, you got a 5/16 bolt. Loosen that up, and what it does, it allows this right here to expand, open up, and you may be able to take the dryer up out of there. Or the other possibility is we may have to remove the bracket completely. And where's the bolt right there going into the firewall, or that nut. So, and there's another one way down below that. But first of all, we're just going to loosen that one up, see what we get out of that. 5/16. I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch drive through most of this. Having that little wobble head like it helps a lot. And well, okay, I tell you what, y'all are all up in my way, so I moved my camera and just loosened that bolt. As you can see there, I took the bolt completely out, which removed that bracket out of the way. At this point, this thing right here should rotate upward because it's going to pivot on the seal right here of where that comes together. So maybe. Ain't nothing stressing so far. I mean, I'm just making that hose right there, just having a hard time flexing. What I may have to do is get it up there in position where I need it out of my way, and wire tie, shoestring, something, tie it up out of my way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. We'll find something to tie that up. Use me a piece of wire. I tied it back out of the way so it will stay set up like that. And I have got a wide open shock to that blower motor. This should be pretty straight and simple. Let's see how this works out. Use my 5/16 deep to get a little bit extra length inside there. And I'm working around the camera, but I really want you guys to see this. Okay, I want to find a different camera angle for you guys. Okay, so it's not the best prime shot for you guys to see this, but hey, it's a compromise between me getting in there and you guys getting to see what's going on. So let's get way down here, get to this bottom one first, because it's see. Oh, granddaddy long legs. What the heck had me? There's one out, sweet. Next one's kind of up top at about 12 o'clock. Once you get broke loose, you can probably just take the socket alone and get that screw out of there. Ta-da! Number 2. There's only 3 of them. Let's see, the other one is right here. And yeah, I can get my socket ratchet in there. I've got it broke loose. And I'm just taking my hand, backing it out. And there's that third one. Now at this point, I've got all three of them out. I should be able to get this thing and work it out of here. And there's my wiring harness. I just unplugged it. It goes into a plug down there. And now I got to figure out how to fish this thing up through all that. That's going to be the clue. After about 15 minutes, look, it's still in there. It's really close coming up this way right through here. Wiring harness is in the way. Fuse block's in the way. I took the top off the fuse block to see if it was cleared. Not quite. It gave me a little bit more, but not enough. Possibly take that bracket out and move it, go that way with it, but the problem with that is that bottom bolt right there is turning in the firewall, so I can't get that nut off. Now I could just break it and show, look guys, I took that bracket off. Well, the thing with it is, if one of y'all have that same issue and you can't, granddaddy long leg, and you guys can't get that bolt out, that doesn't give you guys what you need for education, okay? So my next option is the wiring harness. Maybe I can slide this through here a little bit, but it's not wanting to move because it's kind of tucked into the corner here. There is the option of cutting the harness right there, but I don't want to do that either. Why? This rig is being built into a camper, so honestly I couldn't care less about whether those wire ties are intact or not, because I'm taking all the wiring harness out of it. But that doesn't give you guys the knowledge you need to be able to fix your driver in the event that the blower motor goes out. So what's my next option? I'm not going to cut the harness. That bracket, the bottom bolt is spinning, so I could break it off, but I'm not going to do that because that would not help you. So what's my next option? Dude, I got critters on my head. Next option, remove the fuse block. Right there is a 7/16. So take that out, and if you got one over here, take those out, and it should take that completely out. I hope, I think, I don't know, we'll see. So, anyway, I'm gonna take that 7/16 out, we'll see what happens. So I've got this unbolted. I can now move it back, pull this back, and do I get what I need? Dude, it's so close. Get out of there. Got it. So now at this point you take it to the auto parts store, you buy yourself a new one, and you cram it back down there and put it back together. But guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not putting it back together. Why? Well, it turned this rig into a camper, so therefore it's one less thing I got to deal with. Besides, reassembly is just reverse of disassembly. You figured out how to take it out? Well, I showed you guys how to take it out. Now you should know how to put it back in. Cool, cool. After some trial and error, there's a whole lot of thinking, I finally figured out how to get that rascal out of there. Now, one thing I cannot guarantee you, whenever you move that driver back, you are actually pivoting right here. There's a seal back inside there. If your seals are in good shape, you should be okay. But if there's any kind of, they're dry, cracking, whatever, and they're sticking to the tubes and stuff here, it's likely that when you rotate that back, it could actually release the Freon. But here's the deal. But you've got a big chance that it will not. So if you can change out that blower motor without dumping your Freon, that's going to save you a lot of money, a lot of headache, because oftentimes people don't have the means to recharge an AC system. To do an AC system correctly, recharging them, not only do you don't just pump the Freon into them, you got to get a vacuum pump, hook it onto it, pull a hard vacuum on the system. You want all of the air out of your AC system, of your air conditioning lines, compressor, all that stuff. What that does, it keeps from building up moisture out there, and it also allows more Freon, more refrigerant to be in the system. And all that combined makes for a good chilly AC system. So if you've got cold air, but yet your blower motor is acting up on AC or heat or whatever, you don't want to purge the Freon if you don't have to. So hopefully this little trick right here will work out for you. If you like this little video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, leave us cool comments down below. Peace. Later, y'all.